Okay, now we're going to use Gimp again to do our second Photoshop tutorial. So let's go to the internet, find a picture, something, and go to images, and I like to go to tools and get a size that's fairly big. Click on that, and now we can save. Right click on the image, save the image as. And I like to save things on the background just to have easy access to them. So now we can open up our image. And then we have our image. So there's a lot of things you can do to control how the image looks. And most of those are based in color. We can do our levels. Saturation. Or lighter, however we want to do this. To get optimum dark and light. And then we can separate our background from our foreground because I want to blur this background, maybe desaturate it a little bit. And I can take my lasso tool and I can select. Every time I click here, and I don't have to be precise. It's more or less. We'll speed it up here for you. If I make a mistake, I can just go back and select none. Like I say, don't worry about being too precise because we're going to put a quick mask on this. Okay, so there we have our selection. Not precise, like I say. And there's a little button down here you can click. First of all, you have to have your black and white default. Black for the foreground, white for the background, and we'll click our quick mask here. And there we have our quick mask. That turns everything that we have selected this translucent red color. So then we can be precise. I'll take my magnifying glass and I'll go in there and get really precise. With the brush, I can select, and I can also adjust my size, what type of brush I use, I want a harder edge. And this will allow me to select with precision what I want to select. And you can go down to the pixel level with this if you want. And when I have something that I don't want selected, I can do that with my eraser, which is this tool. And if I click on that, notice down here, the size will also change. And I can adjust the size of my eraser. And the type, if it's hard-edged, there's all kinds of different things I can do. It can make it hard-edged. Also change the amount of hardness here. And this will make it so that I'll have a perfect edge to that in the pixel level. And I can work that. And every so often I might want to go here and look and see how I'm doing. On that. So then when we're done doing our selecting, we can just click on this again, and that will select what we need to select. I expect you to be a little more detailed on that when you do your piece. We can select the inverse. Okay, now we've got the background selected. So what did I say? I wanted to kind of blur that, so we'll put a little Gaussian blur on that. Oops, look like we're bluing the wrong spot. Invert that. There we go. And we don't want to get ridiculous on that. And we can also go in here and hue and saturation. Take down the saturation of that selected part. You can do all kinds of things. And then once we have it the way we want it, we can go back to select and select none again. And now I want to type something on there. So my type tool. we can change our font. Change our size. And do whatever we want to do with this. Now here is the move tool, this little cross tool here, and we can move this around. Oops. There we go. And let's say we want it somewhere over here. We can move it down here or up here, wherever we want it. And now let's take and get that one ready to save.